Hello, this is DrGAKMAN again, doing another video of a collection I'm selling on eBay. This is DinoRiders. This is a bunch of smaller sets. It is not a complete collection by any means. It will all fit inside of this. I'm going to double box it. Box on the outside, and the inner box is like a storage roughneck. It'll be very well packed, but you don't care so much about that. You care about this. This is memorabilia, cards, newsletters. There's even a video of the first episode. It also features a bunch of Tyco commercials, because Tyco was the maker of these toys. Two little known facts about the DinoRiders toys. I do believe that the figures, which I'm showing now, they're the same size scale as the mass figures. During G.I. Joe days, they're the end of the heyday for the cartoon and the figures and everything. There were these other, kind of like a competitor, but it was more of a, they wore masks and they had vehicles, and it was less about, that, and their figures were really small. It was kind of a cool thing for back then. These figures are also very small for size comparison. They're pretty dinky compared to like a G.I. Joe or something like that. But it was cool. They were 1/24th of the scale, just like all the dinosaurs in DinoRiders. Now this collection is not a huge collection or anything like that. There's no really even medium-sized dinosaurs. They're all the smaller ones. It's not, maybe I'm missing, I think I'm missing the bad guys, the Pterodactyl or the Pterodon. This I can't pronounce the name of, really, but it's the one that doesn't have, it's got the, on the head, it's got the thing on top of the head instead of the, like a Pterodactyl or a Pterodon where they have, the frill that goes backwards, or the horn, or whatever you want to call it. They include all their original box tops. The whole box isn't included in this, of course. It would take forever to ship that or whatever, but here's the box tops. It shows you the contents of the box with all of these. The sets that are included in this, and when I pay careful attention not to drop this one, but then I go and drop it. The sets that come with this collection are the Ankylosaur, which has Sting. He was one of the bug Rulons, the bad guys. The other main bug Rulon that rode the Deinonychus is Antor. He's in here, and there was the Ankylosaur that I was talking about. I put a rubber band on this because you can flip a rubber band like it's a. This was from the second series of sets. A character named Skate. He's kind of a rare character. I don't even know if he made it into the cartoon show. The leg is broken, but it is glued back on, so you really can't tell. You just can't move the leg. That's one of the glaring things that are wrong with this. One of the only ones. If anything else, it's just that with some of these I painted them with acrylic paint, but as you can see, like, let me take the brain box off of this Deinonychus here. The Deinonychus, they called it, I'm throwing a bunch of facts at you, but the Deinonychus is what they called Velociraptor before. It was popular to call them Velociraptors, but basically they're the big claw raptors. Yeah, like I was showing you with this, I put acrylic paint on them, but again, let me just go ahead and scratch this off. Acrylic paint is really easy to come off plastic like this. See, I'm scratching off right now. See, that gray area is the original color. I can just, chip it away. And it's like that with anything else that I've painted. I painted some of the pig figures. Of course, I was like 10 years old when this came out, so you can't really blame me for doing that. Another problem is with the Stratus. The Top Gun turret, this comes off really easily because, I think it was like this in the box, so that's not really my fault. It was just broken, so that's kind of just hanging on there. But and then also, but this isn't really a problem. The original bands that came to hold the Deinonychus seats on the Deinonychuses, they broke. But you can replace that with any rubber band. I found a blue one and a purple one to match the seats. Also with this one, this was a problem with how they made it. It was not a problem with, me breaking it or anything like that. I just put a rubber band on here. When you set this little piece right here in there, it seems like it's going to fit until you put the guy on there, and then his hands will, I don't know, they just didn't engineer it very well, or think about that. And it pops right off, except for the fact that I put this rubber band on here, which prevents it from flying off, and going missing and broken and all that other stuff. So that's the Protoceratops. The dinosaurs are actually pretty well made. I was talking about the facts before. The one fact I gave you was that these figures are the same scale as the mask figures that came before them, but also that these dinosaurs that didn't sell, all they had to do was stamp JP on the corner here, and they have the exact same dinosaurs, pretty much the same toys. They didn't sell. I guess it was Tycho had a deal with whoever ended up buying the rights to these toys or whatever, or the molds for these toys. And a lot of these toys are actually, and this was years before Jurassic Park came out, so these must have been sitting in a warehouse not selling something, or they just used the same molding when they casted these. But so you'll see some Jurassic Park toys, and they'll look very similar to this, except for they don't have these weird alien guys on them, or the brain boxes, or the little vehicle-like seats that they put on them. All the problems I pretty much already told you. I painted some of the weapons, as you can see, and I painted some of the guys, of course, that all scratched off over time, and then some of the dinosaurs and the brain boxes and everything, the vehicle parts. But again, that stuff can be scratched off. It might take a while, or washed off or whatever, but that's really not that big of a deal, in my opinion. The kicking action is still good with both of the Deinonychuses. Let me show you, so I'm not a liar. And the flapping action is still good with the Quetzalcoatlus, or whatever it is. And then also, this is powered by a rubber band. Woo! It's a trap. This came with not the Styracosaurus, but the Monoclops, which is the one-horned, of course. The brain box comes off that one real easy. And that one comes with Evil Rulon Warrior Mako, one of the hammerhead shark-looking guys. The other characters are... This one wasn't the original Lad. This was like a reissue of Lad. They had these figure sets that you could buy. And he's on the pterodactyl looking thing. And it's like a hang glider. This is another part that's broken, but a rubber band fixes it, no problem. So really, it's a lot of these breaks or whatever that I mentioned here are the fault of the company that made these, not really my fault. These just happen. Also, the rock trap that came with the Deinonychus. Now, the bad guys, they came with brain boxes, the cooler weapons, and the cooler characters, I thought. And they also, with some of the dinosaurs, they came with traps, of course, to trap them. This was a second edition, and so was the Protoceratops. All the rest of these are first edition sets. But this, the Placerius with skate, it has a tow cable thing. So you fire that off at a bigger dinosaur's leg or whatever, and you capture it. So that's that.